I know I say this a lot, but every application, I'm not even kidding you, I see the same questions come up again and again. A student leans in and asks if their essay should be about something heavy, like a trauma that changed their life. Another laughs nervously and wonders if it would be smarter to go quirky, maybe about their obsession with a snack or a silly habit. Someone else asks if, focusing on their identity, culture, or their background will stand out way more than writing about an everyday moment. But at the heart of all these questions, they're really asking the same thing. Is there a formula? They imagine that somewhere online, on Reddit, YouTube, TikTok, something like this, there's a magic answer holding in plain sight. But the truth is that there isn't. The type of essay you choose won't make or break your chances. What matters more is how you tell the story and what it reveals about you. So here's the plan. I'll break down the 5 most common types of personal statements, and I'll walk you through what each one looks like when it works, the strengths that make them shine, and the traps that might make them fall flat. And I'll also give you a simple way to figure out which one matches your natural voice. So by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which lane fits you best and how to drive it with confidence. Now, number 1 is a trauma story. This is the essay that focuses on hardship, loss, illness, or any struggle that shaped you or left a lasting mark. Now, when this works, it doesn't just tell or retell a sad chapter of your life. It digs into what you learned from it, how you grew, and the resilience you developed because of it. It shows to the reader that when life tested you, you didn't just stop there. You decided to adapt, learn, and come out stronger after the process. And where students slip up is when they only describe the pain and just stop there. Admissions officers don't want to be left at your lowest point. They want to see the whole journey, what you endured, and most importantly, who you became because of it. The strongest trauma essays highlight the mindset shifts, right, and the lessons that continue to shape your daily life. Now, point 2 is the quirky or offbeat essay. These type of essays start with something unexpected, funny, or surprising that makes the reader pause. For example, right, maybe you write about your obsession with cheese puffs or how you analyze grocery store lines like math problems. When it works, it shows creativity and originality. But the catch is that if it stays only quirky without any meaning behind it, it just feels like a gimmick. The strongest quirky essays balance humor with depth. They begin playful, then pivot into something actually bigger. How that quirky detail about them reveals your way of thinking. Maybe it's about like the problem-solving style that you have or how you see the world. That balance is what makes these essays memorable. Now, if you're a parent watching this and don't want to spend months second-guessing whether your student's strategy is on track, click the first link in the description to book a discovery call. This is not coaching, but it's just a short conversation to see if working together makes sense for your family. Now, if it's a fit, awesome. We'll partner with your student one-on-one throughout the entire process. If not, you can still join our free Discord or watch these free videos that we put out every single week. Now, number 3 is the identity journey. This essay leans into themes like race, culture, religion, or belonging. Now, when this works well, it doesn't just state the categories, it shows how those aspects of your identity shape your choices and your perspective and who you're becoming in the future. But where students slip is when it reads more like a lecture or a history report than a personal story. The strongest identity essays stay personal and grounded. They draw on vivid moments, maybe it's like childhood memories or tough conversations that they had to really prove how your identity has shaped you. Because it isn't about teaching a lesson, it's about revealing how your background continues to influence the way you move through the world, through your own lens. Now, point number 4 is the intellectual passion essay. This essay highlights curiosity, and that's the core of this. And it's where you dive into an idea or maybe like a project that you just can't stop thinking about. And it could be a math problem that kept you up until like 2 a.m. or a research question that sent you so deep you lost track of time, or a project that you kept tinkering with for years and years. When it works well, it shows genuine curiosity and initiative because it's super clear that you learn from more than just a grade or just a number on a piece of paper. You chase ideas because they light you up, you're interested in it. But the trap is when you start turning this into just a resume recap. But once it becomes just a list of awards and club titles, it loses your voice. The strongest versions zoom in on obsession, the stuck moments, the walls you climb, right? The times you went further than asking just to see where it landed. That's when admissions officers get the chance to, get a glimpse of how your brain works, and that's what makes you stand out. And the next one is point number 5, the everyday micro moment. This is the small story essay, zooming in on something ordinary and making it the heart of your piece. It could be folding your laundry and realizing it calms your mind, right? It could be teaching your sibling chess and noticing your patience grow. And when it works, it uses the ordinary as a lens to show something much bigger. So your personality behind it, your reflection in how you see the world. But the mistake students make is keeping things a little too small, right? If it never moves past laundry or chess, it doesn't really mean much for the reader. The strongest micro moment essays transform transform the ordinary into something extraordinary. They reveal the meaning behind the detail and show how you think and reflect and grow, especially when no one's watching. And I really want to drive this point home. There's no single essay type that beats the rest. The best essay is the one that matches your natural voice and strengths. Some shine in the quirky details, others in identity, some in micro moments. It really doesn't matter too much which you choose. It's really about how you approach it, how you execute it. So instead of tying yourself in knots over whether your essay needs to be dramatic or funny or intellectual, start asking yourself, which story feels the most like me? The one I can tell naturally without just forcing it for the sake of college essays. Because again, the essay that sticks is the only one you can write. And if you want to keep building momentum, I want you to check out my latest video ranking the worst college essay cliches and what to write instead. It'll help you understand which traps to avoid so your essay actually sounds like you, not like every other applicant out there. And if you're curious about how this connects to your student's unique story and want to explore how we can work together, book a call with my team today with the first link in the description. If not, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.